In the past few months, Clayton students have heard about Parkway's decision to have all 4 high schools graduate on the same day, Shabbat, and a Jewish holiday known as Shavuot. Some students and Principal McCarthy of Parkway Central talk about their concerns regarding graduation.
The main conflict was that they had Parkway district as a whole had moved graduation so that they could have all 4 graduations on the same day, but the day they moved it to was Shabbat and Shavuot. That's going to stop a lot of people that are observant of Shabbat from coming to their graduation, which happens, you graduate high school once, hopefully.
I think it's well established that we have a significant Jewish population within our community.
I don't consider myself that observant of a Jew, so it was never a question for me whether I was going to go to Shabbat services or graduation. I was always going to go to graduation, but it's just thinking of my more observant classmates.
Because we're a 4 high school district, all using the same venue, there were elements of the old venue that we were using that just weren't meeting the needs of some of the schools.
I kind of tried to represent Parkway North in this situation because at first they were only going to change centrals, and that was even a long shot, but then I tried to voice the opinion that other North students, at the emergency meeting mainly, other North students wanted this to be changed as well.
They did what they could with a bad situation that could have been easily avoided, but just the time that it took to resolve it and for some reason a lot of pushback, at least I felt like, and how long it was taking for them to reach what seemed like an obvious resolution, which was, to move it, which they ended up doing.
I think it's important that other schools take note of what's going on, and faculty and people who make the decisions about when graduation is notice what happened and how furious so many families were that the graduation was moved on a Saturday.
I'm sorry that this happened. I'm sorry that we had students and families feel diminished because of that decision, but I was very proud of the students' response and their willingness to articulate that, to communicate that, and the support that those students and those families received from others in the community.
I'm happy with it, but I feel like there's a lot more they can do because West and South still are on that Saturday, so Jewish students attending those schools still possibly can't go to the graduation. I have a few friends that attend those schools and they obviously can't, and I feel bad for them. In the first 2 schools it's a good step, but there's definitely more to come.
I think no one should have to make that decision. If they scheduled it on a Sunday morning, it would be, there'd be outrage. They wouldn't think of doing that.
This has been Sophia Fish and Zoll reporting for GET.